Megan Hicks of I Run Far, and I'm here on Réunion Island. It's the day after the 2016 Diagonale to Fous, and with men's third place finisher, Javi Dominguez.
Hi, Megan.
Hola!
Hola.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing okay. Now trying to digest the results from yesterday. I still don't believe it, but well.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so long after the race. You only finished late last night.
Yes.
So we're in sort of the first impression stage. What's your first impression of your experience this year?
Well, the first impression was that everything ached.
It all hurts?
Yeah. And well, it takes 1 day or 2 days just to think about the race, what you have been, what you did good, what you did wrong, and that in this case, now I'm just enjoying the results. So maybe tomorrow in the flight, I have like a 11 hours flight, so I will have enough time to think about it.
You said on the stage last night when you were being interviewed that for you finishing third place is like winning the race because of all of the other runners you were with. Can you elaborate on what exactly you meant by that?
Well, this race, in this race there were a lot of very good runners, I don't consider myself like a runner like the rest of the guys that are in the podium, like François Venn and Antoine Guillaume. For me, they are at another level, so a higher level than me. So for me to be in the same podium with them is a pleasure, and also, it wasn't expected.
I think maybe you need to reset your expectations, perhaps?
No.
Okay, it's a long race. The Diagonale de Fous traverses Réunion Island from roughly north to south. There's a lot to talk about, but talk about the beginning part of the race. Talk about from when the race started with its crazy frenetic start. Talk about the early part of the race for you.
Well, it starts just before the race starts. Just when you are just behind the line and the music that surrounds the place where we are waiting.
Yeah, there's there's a rock concert happening. Yeah. There's like kind of festival type things happening, and then there's 2,500 people who are about to go on a run.
Yeah,
it's quite a spectacle.
Yeah, but because normally, what we are used on those kind of races is that there's a race, could be famous or not, so there could be a lot of people watching you, but in this case it is like one of the main events in the island, so it's like a festival with music, and so just from before the race starts is like it's incredible, the ambient, no? Then it starts the race, then you see all these people making you a corridor, so and you can spend like 15-20 minutes running very fast and with a lot of people. It's incredible.
The race begins with a few kilometers flat on a road, and then almost immediately you begin climbing towards
Well, almost immediately. I think there are like 3 or 4 kilometers, which is a lot of time.
A flat road, you mean?
Yeah. Well, but you forget that you are on a flat road. I mean, we like mountains, but just because of the ambient, I don't mind.
You're not thinking about the pavement there?
No. I don't complain.
What was it like? Because down by the ocean on Thursday night, it was still quite warm and it was really humid, but fairly quickly you're going up to the highlands where it's dark, there's a moon up, it's getting cooler. What was the sort of the next portion of the race like for you?
Well, after this madness of people, then you get into the mountain, then you cross kind of a forest jungle. I don't know how to describe it.
Like that?
Yes, it is. I don't know. It's those forests with a lot of vegetation or a lot of trees, I don't know. It's also it's very humid, very warm. But then you cross the whole forest, then you get to another one, and when you get height, then it was a very cold night. But as there was no wind, no rain, so it was very cool because you could see the sky with all the stars. And also I was trying to figure out which were the constellations of the
Oh,
stars.
you had time to take a look at the sky.
Yeah. And the moon, and also as we are in the south hemisphere, I'm not used to the stars that are here because as I live in the north hemisphere,
Right.
they are different. No?
New stars and the moon is turned a different way, or I guess our perspective of the moon is turned.
Also, we were upside down, so I don't know how we managed to stay there. But anyway, I like those nights, chilly ones, and without any clouds. So with the moonlight, you could see the mountains, you could see the landscape, and I really enjoyed the night.
It seems like one of the main cores of the race is the day that you spend running in the Cirque du Mafat. Sunrise comes, you pass through Silaus, you climb up and drop into Mafat, and then you spend hours and hours making your way through that cirque. For me, as an observer to the race, it seemed quite strange, actually, because it's an incredibly remote place, extremely technical terrain, but there's people all over in there. There are the local villagers, there are helicopters that are just hounding you guys. For me, it was really unique in that it wasn't just an experience with nature, like there's this cultural experience happening. What was, for you on the inside, what was all of that
Well,
like?
I was running there and I was thinking that I haven't seen Jurassic Park movies, but
That's really good.
I thought that as I haven't seen it, but I imagined that movie like in that place.
Okay.
Because,
That's really good.
I could figure out like dinosaurs there, and, because everything is so wild, and when before getting to Silaus, when I could have like views of the area I was completely absorbed. I was enjoyed a lot the landscape. I don't know. I've been here before, like 2 years ago, but I don't know why yesterday was different. So I look around and this place is magnificent. I thought that I was racing in a paradise.
And as you're running, you're passing through these villages of people who live in this paradise, in a place where there are no roads. What was it like kind of running through the homes too? Because they were out cheering and
it's amazing because they were cheering at you. And I've been in other races that you pass through small villages with just few local people living there, and they see you like, what the hell are you doing? Because there in that place, for example in Mafate, it was very hot, and I mean for one local guy who lives there, maybe as a farmer, normally for farmers, they don't imagine themselves running when at the noon when it is very hot, because there is no point of running, no, but we do it because it's our hobby and
it's a hobby for us.
Yeah, but it's not. There is no point.
Right.
But in that case, all of them cheer at you, and I think they like it what we were doing.
Talk to me about the racing portion of Mafat, because early in the race there were all kinds of guys in the beginning, and then people sort of started to fall back, and the top 5 men sort of started to emerge to the front in Mafat, in the Cirque du Mafat. What was the actual racing dynamic like for you there?
Well, at that place, I don't know, because I was on my own, so I don't know what was going on. Actually, when I was in Mafate, I thought I was fifth,
Okay.
and I was third, but I didn't know.
You didn't know.
No. Until I got to Maido, I didn't realize that I was third.
Okay.
And so for me, sometimes I see at the front nobody's there, at the back nobody's there, just hikers and from time to time some bears. Well, no, in Mafate no bears because it was too hot. Yes. So actually it's like I felt I was on my own and tried to do my race without taking into account where other people are.
So you were kind of just trying to stay internal and do your own thing
yeah, because
internally.
anyway I cannot do any other thing because I don't know what is going on, nor in the front, nor in at the back.
Talk to me about the 2,000 meter climb to Maido. It's 2,000 meters and it takes place after the 100K mark of a really tough race. Like, how did you deal with that? How are you feeling during that?
Normally what I do is try not to think about it because it's the uphill before that one. I was walking up thinking, oh my god, after this hill I have to go down and then climb the one till Maido. And I was already tired, but once you get to the beginning of the uphill towards Maido, just is one step over the other one, and then the next one, the next one, and in the end you reach the highest point. Because it's better not to think about it because otherwise you go mad. But it's like doing the races. You think at the beginning of the race what you are going to do, then I will go home to lie down on a sofa.
So Maido is the high point of the race. It happens at 115K. You still have 50K to run. I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw you at Roche Plat, which is halfway up that long climb to Maido, you looked a little sore running down the stairs. So after Maido, you have a ton of descent. How did your body feel on that long descent?
Well, at this stage, I was feeling better.
Okay.
You know, the good thing about those races is that you have up downs, and although climbing up Maido I was down, I was thinking in a positive way. I will get up. And yeah, I think because I thought I was fit when I reached Maido, they told me that I was third, so I felt much better.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So I started running, and I felt better.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that those races have. You never know when you are going to hit the floor, and you don't know when you are
highs and lows. My last question for you. There is an incredible energy at the finish line of Diagonale de Fous. There's a couple thousand people there cheering you in. It's a technical descent into town, and then you get to run a little bit of roadway. Just put us in your head for the last little bit of the race. What were you thinking and feeling?
Well, as I knew the race, because 2 years ago I came here, I knew how the last bit was, which is very technical.
Yeah.
I mean, in this race, all the
and the whole time you're looking at the stadium, aren't you? It's
you
lit up, it's right there.
And you can listen to it. So, and it's there, and it takes ages to get out. And it is, all the downhills in this race are like very, very uncomfortable to run in. And that one, I think, is the best way that how a race can start, can end. Just with a very technical slope down, and just you hit the civilization, and then you are in the stadium. So just I think that from when you finish the downhill till the stadium, you have 1 kilometer or 2. So you don't need to spend like 5Ks or 20 minutes crossing a city. So it's just right there.
It's there. And then, how'd you feel at the finish line? Like coming around the track and crossing?
Yes. Well, the first thing I felt was, oh my god, yeah.
Relief.
I'm here, yes. I don't need to run anymore. But yes, a lot of emotions. Yes. I mean, finishing like that with such a great podium with François Dena and Antoine Guillon in this race, which is very special and so very tough and that very beautiful for me. It was the best place, the best way to finish the season.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on your third place finish at the 2016 Diagonale de Fous. Have a good off season, okay?
Thank you.
Oh, I'm back with a bonus question.
This question.
Okay, I've been wanting to ask you this for years. In 2013, at the UTMB, an iRunFar reporter took a photo of you 5K from the finish as you were about to finish on the UTMB podium. You running and chatting on your cell phone.
You mean in this in the race?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 5K from the finish of the 2013 UTMB. You're about to finish on the UTMB podium, like it's a race, and you're on your cell phone. Who are you talking to? What were you doing?
Well, the same person I was talking to,
You were.
Yeah. But when you run, you can run with other person, so you talk to him or her.
Yeah.
While you are running. If you are in your own, the only way to talk to one person is just by the phone. So if it is not a very technical terrain, you can walk.
So you're finishing UTMB, talking to Ainoa on the telephone, and just using that as a source of motivation and distraction?
Well, in this case was I'm getting there in half an hour, to know that she was there, and also I was very worried because she followed all the race all night long, so we were sleeping and she had to drive, so I was a bit worried about that. So that's fun to know that she was still alive and no accident.
Fantastic. I've always wondered the backstory to that moment, so thanks.
There are more others, but I'm not gonna tell them.
Okay. Fair enough. Thanks.
Thank you.